Dr. Piper, in your defense of the gospel against N.T. Wright, have you found federal vision theology of Doug Wilson to be another gospel?
No, that's easy. Doug Wilson doesn't preach another gospel. Okay? I don't think N.T. Wright preaches a false gospel either. I think N.T. Wright preaches a very confusing gospel. The burden of that book is to say, tell us more clearly what you mean if you think all of this in different categories really coheres with historic Reformed theology. I wonder if it does. I doubt, but I wanted to be so careful. I sent the manuscript to him. He wrote an 11,000-word response. That was a third the length of my book, and he wrote that much response. It helped me a lot to catch on to some nuances. So this isn't about him, so I won't talk about him anymore. But Doug Wilson is one of the most careful and bright Reformed, post-millennial, objectivist theologians around, and he's got people around him that are dumb. And I listened to all 3 hours of his grilling. Go to his website, and he subjected himself voluntarily to be examined by the presbytery. And as I listened, I thought, brilliant. Wrong on numerous cases, but wrong the way you'd expect a Presbyterian to be wrong. Now, I don't know, you would know better probably, because you told me you know him, and I don't know him. I met him one time. I don't know if his trajectory will be as faithful as his present place. For him to talk about the fact that there are unregenerate elect and unregenerate regenerate and church members who aren't church members and the saved who aren't saved, I understand what he's saying. It's not heresy. Same thing anybody would say who's been baptized and joined the church, whether it's a Baptist or a Presbyterian, and you treat them like they're part of the family of God, and you find out in the end they're not. And there was a kind of objectivity to their membership that got them some privileges. That's what the federal vision is about, a real objective nature. And he's taken it to the extreme where, like, you give communion to little tiny babies, and you pronounce the words of the Holy Ghost and the Trinity over the baby's baptism, and there's real objective salvation here, and he could go to hell, and he doesn't believe in losing your salvation. It's very complicated, and don't write Doug Wilson off very easily. He's a very bright guy. I don't think he's a heretic. I don't think he's preaching another gospel. I think he's more consistent than some of his followers are, and I think he gets a bad rap from a lot of PCA guys who aren't careful in the way they think, although I am concerned with the trajectory.